one of the country's most promising recording artists and actors of her generation. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Nancy Castiglione, now known as Nancy Jane.
Hello!
Nancy, why the change?
So this Nancy Jane thing is more true to myself in a way that I am a woman. I'm allowed. Nancy Jane is a woman who feels confident, feels sexy. You know, others may beg to differ, but I mean, I feel, confident, sexy, and I love entertaining.
Let's backtrack a bit. When you were still in Canada, what was your life
I
like?
started working when I was 15 years old. That's the legal age to work, part-time job. My first job was McDonald's, and I worked there for about 2 years. From the time I was allowed to work, I started working at McDonald's. I worked at hotels. I worked at casinos. I worked in retail. I'm very good with sales and marketing. I've sold clothing. I've sold electronics. I've been a bartender. I've been a waitress. I worked for a car dealership.
What adjustments have you made from being a normal working girl in Canada to being a celebrity in the Philippines?
You know what? To be honest, there wasn't any adjustment. Hanggang ngayon, feeling ko, trabaho pa rin. You try and learn to make yourself better at what you're doing, whether it's McDonald's or whether it's in a soap or whether it's in a commercial.
I have read that you're part of a dance group called Kalseo Manggi, and you studied musical and musical theater and classical music. Can you tell me more about that?
I've always been into extracurricular activities. I played baseball, I played volleyball, dance lessons, tap jazz, ballet, I did taekwondo, I did swimming lessons, baton lessons, musical theater, and musical theater was the one siguro that I stayed in the most.
You won the Best New Female Star for Star Awards for Sana Ikaw Na Nga, and Best New Female Actress for I Think I'm in Love, for the movie I Think I'm in Love.
Yeah, my very first movie.
Alongside Piolo.
Yeah, Piolo Joy. It was definitely a surprise, an amazing feeling, and to win both.
What is the most fulfilling career experience so far for you?
When I was back in Canada and I was selling clothing, I had a customer, male, come in to buy a certain pair of jeans. And he left spending mga $700 when he came in for one pair of jeans. I didn't lie to the customer, I believed in the product, and I did my job as a good salesperson. The second one is here. I played a role hanggang kailan where I had to learn how to sign language. Okay. There was a thing with the press na, ay kasi hindi siya marunong magtagalog. You know, that was a big misconception.
How do you find the Philippine cinema today?
Actors are given the creative, any creative say in how they want to interpret their characters. And even the storyboards, it's always the same format. Kontrabida, bida, love triangle, love teams, if you're kontrabida, dapat sigaw ka ng sigaw. Naman, diba? The masa, they're not stupid. Just give it a chance. So, that's my frustration.
But if you'll be given a chance to do your own thing, what adjustments will you do for the Philippine showbiz?
Yeah, I would just like the directors and the networks to be more open to suggestions.
How would you differentiate yourself from other typical actresses of the Philippines?
It's hard to say there's a typical artista. There is, however, the artists that live, breathe, and drink show business. Everything is showbiz. Everything. The way they manipulate the press, the way they act when they're out. For me naman, I just go to work and try and do my job as best as I can, and I leave. And when I leave, I leave that character on the set, and I leave that life of, being pampered and whatever on the set.
What is the most controversial issue you've been so far?
Yung abortion. Every time na lumilipad ako sa Canada kasi wala akong pamilya dito. So every year, syempre gusto kong umuwi, diba? May mama at papa at ate ako, diba? May pamangkin ako, no? Every time I leave the country, sasabihin nila dahil magpapa-abort ako.
Out of the limelight for quite some time.
2.5 years.
Yes. What happened during those?
I was here in the Philippines
Nung wala
first.
ka sa showbiz.
Sa showbiz. There was a point in time where I was frustrated. I guess I couldn't deal with the politics. I found out that there are girls that could boss mga artists na could sell them, you know, I mean, were boss. I heard about it, but I never thought na, you know, then I found that out, was that's real. Disturbing yun eh. I wasn't masaya na when I was on the set. And now I was getting older and I started seeing all these things. It's like, oh my gosh, you know? And I'm like,
Some rumors are true.
yeah, and I had to get out. Ayun, so I decided to take a break.
Who are your idols in Philippine showbiz?
In Philippine show business, my idol is Padilla because he's always gone against the grain. Pasaway. Parang feeling ko pasaway siya.
Is it because of showbiz?
Wala lang. I just do my thing. I just rehearse. So if they're making taray here, there's away there, production is making sigaw there. Basta, ganyan lang ako. I don't make patong. I don't need that exposure.
Now let's talk about your album.
The album is called Nancy Jane. It's a electronica pop house album. And since I'm the first one doing this type of genre locally, it's a challenge because I have no one to compare myself to locally.
From being a model to being an actress to recording artist, now you're also venturing in business.
Siyempre naman, I've never seen myself as being an artista or a model for my whole life. So I always had plans, you know, in the back of my head to have a career. So now I'm venturing into, you know, just starting pa lang, designing shoes. There's 4 of us in. We all have different styles. So, you know, we're gonna try and think of a brand. What we want to do for our line is really, really good quality, but affordable.
Do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
I see myself still being a public figure, a successful entrepreneur, a successful singer regionally, and having a family.
How's your love life right now?
My love life, meron ako. Yun lang ang sasabihin. Meron ako.
Is do you look for in
And a guy, you know, someone who can understand me and accept me and love me obviously for who I am, for the good, the bad, the ugly. And the most important thing is how you guys are able to overcome the trials that are thrown at you.
Can you give some advice to some people who would want to be like you, and who would want to be a professional artist or a professional entrepreneur?
You need to have a very good sense of yourself, where you came from, what your morals and values are first. Otherwise, the industry can break you. You just have to know what you think is right, what you think is wrong, how far what you're willing to do for what you want, and to each his own.
Please invite our viewers to grab your album.
Oh yes, everyone, please, if you're interested in house electronica chill music, I'd like you to buy, please, my very first album entitled Nancy Jane. It's available nationwide here in the Philippines, but it's soon to go regional. Not yet though, wala pa. So just have your friends or relatives send you a copy to share.
Very much.
Thank you.
Nancy,